Greetings. We are back in this video. We are continuing with public speaking, and even in this video we're going to look at the secrets to strong communication skills in the workplace. We're going to look at secrets to strong communication skills in the workplace. So it is what we're going to concentrate on in this video. So like what I would call the number one criteria. The criteria for advancement and promotion for professionals is the ability to communicate effectively. So the ability to communicate and connect is one of the crucial reasons for the workplace success. So you may have all the technical skills, or you may look very efficient in papers, but if you don't have good communication skills, it may become a roadblock in your growth. So it is critical, or it is a critical skill for both employers and employees to succeed professionally. We both need effective communication skills. So therefore, honing communication skills is a must, if I would say, is a must for everyone is professional growth, because you need it is a must, it is a necessity for the growth of your profession, unless if you don't want to. The number one secret that you're going to look at, you're going to look at 10 of them, 10 secrets. So the number one, or the first one, is empathy. So you never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it to kill a mockingbird, says happily. So until, like, empathy is in being sensibly understanding others, keeping yourself in their shoes. So it is vital for good communication in the workplace. When you empathize with the person you are communicating with, you automatically become non-judgmental. So this helps in the flow of the communication. You attentively listen to the person and understand the problems or the situation from their perspective. So this enables you to take a calculative action towards it without getting biased or misinterpreted. So you find that it is important that because sometimes you may become judgmental, or like you may be biased to someone, but when you've not even listened to what they're going to tell you. So it is good that you be empathetic, like you empathize with the person as you communicate with them, such that it helps you to have an non-judgmental attitude and an unbiased attitude towards them. So you notice that managers or leaders who are more empathetic towards their employees are more successful. Second secret is practice active listening. So active listening is a conscious decision to actively listen to the speaker with respect and understanding without being judgmental. So in a workplace, overflow communication often leads to ambiguity. But when you actively listen and pay attention to the speaker, you keep the conversation clear and compelling. So the listening skills can vary from person to person, but the good part is that it is a skill and can be acquired with the time and patience. Like, it can be acquired if you actually get to learn that you don't have one, or you don't have it. Actually, you need to realize that there is a difference between hearing and listening, or active listening. So the two things are different. Hearing, like, let me use illustrations to make it clear. Like, when we say hearing is a sense. So meaning for it will be it is working all the time. maybe it does not work when you're sleeping, you're not hearing. But as long as you are awake, it is like it is working. So meaning, so the difference between hearing and listening is that when it comes to hearing, it is a sense, and whichever whatever happens around you, you'll be hearing it. Let's say you are in a room and people are talking, but for you, you're doing your other business. Let's say you're reading. So these people will be talking, you'll be hearing them, but you won't be giving them attention. You'll be focusing on what you're reading. But then listening, so meaning hearing, it occurs whether you want or not, you cannot control it. It will happen as long as you are awake. But listening is a choice. You can choose to listen to someone or not. So that is the difference. Listening, you choose to do so, because listening is not just having like words flowing into your head like hearing, but listening is active, because you choose to listen to someone, you give them your full attention, like you focus on them and you listen to what they are saying, like you give it attention. So that is the difference between listening and hearing. With hearing, you like you don't have any option because it is happening in the environment, so you're hearing it, like you hear noise, you have no option. But when it comes to listening, you choose to listen to someone, you get. So that's why even because when you're listening, you pay attention, so you get uh, all the details of the conversation or the communication. But with the hearing, you're not paying attention. So if you're in a room and people are talking in that room, someone can come in and they ask you what these people are talking. But because you aren't listening, you may not tell what the people are communicating, which is not the case with listening. With listening, you can tell what you were communicating with the person. So that is the difference between listening and hearing. So active listening is different, whereby you pay attention, full attention, and then you are involved in the communication. Maybe not verbally, but non-verbally, whereby you make non-verbal cues or like clues, like to show that you're part of the communication, like you're part of the communication cycle or process. So active listening helps it helps you to build trust, boost employee productivity, resolve conflicts, and form healthy work relations due to its benefits. Because when you listen to someone, you give them time and listen to them, they take it, they value it, and then from listening to what they have to say, then you can take an action which can either build trust or boost productivity, things like that, that come in as a result of the listening and what you do in response to what they've told you. So then third is emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, if you actually, if you didn't know, emotional intelligence is ranked number one in workplace skills. So it is something crucial in the work environment. So emotional intelligence is the capability to identify, manage, evaluate, and understand our emotions, like our own emotions, and then the people around us. So you focus on other people's emotions, but your emotions as well. So that is what emotional intelligence is all about. So emotional intelligence, therefore, is one of the most essential communication skills you can develop. Some people are inherently more emotionally aware, but those who lack this skill can create it with time and practice. What you have to know is that all skills can be gained, because not sometimes you're not born with a skill, but you gain it. It's not like a gift. A gift is inborn, but a skill, it can be gained. So self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills are the core features of emotional intelligence. So if you want to gain emotional intelligence, you focus on self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills. They are the core, and in those on those you add others. So the fourth secret is broad-mindedness. So broad-mindedness, or being approachable, is a source of growth and acceptance. So while communicating, it is important to stay open-minded, or else we become insistent on our point of view. I think you've noticed it, like in your communications, or as you've been seeing people communicating. If someone is not open-minded, then they will stone their point of view. Like you've seen people arguing, like in that case, everyone is trying to protect their point of view, no one is open-minded. So you've seen that actually by the end of the conversation they have not resolved anything, but everyone has gone away with their point of view. So that is why arguments are not good. Yeah, to if at all you cannot have a common point and talk, like a common ground for communication, and it is just argumentative, it's better you just leave that talk, because it will be wastage of time. It is hard to achieve anything out of that. So open-mindedness brings all, like this thing of being not, like when you're not open-minded in a conversation, it brings about ineffectiveness in the communication process. So it is essential to look at a situation from different perspectives. um, Therefore, if you do such, hearing everyone's opinion is very important in the workplace. So it is very important in the workplace to listen or to hear to everyone's opinion. So again on this, try to enter into communications without having an agenda. Like strong communication requires an open mind and commitment to understand other people's point of view. Otherwise, if you enter into a communication with an agenda, it is like the other person who retains their point of view during a conversation, and they just end up arguing, something like that. So if you disagree with the people you are speaking to, try to reach a middle ground that benefits all parties, such that you can do away with the arguing, and communicate effectively. And then the fifth is respect. So when you show respect through communication, you create satisfying work relationships and make the most out of your work environment. So being respectful is the best way to put forward your views and ideas to your co-workers or manager. Therefore, no matter whom you are communicating with, be polite, have courtesy and kindness. So it is key in the workplace environment. Like and it applies, it cuts across uh, all categories in the work environment. Let it be the boss, let it be the co-worker, let it be the employees. For effective or for a successful business or career, or whatever, as long as it's dealing with the workplace, it is even if someone is the boss, it is good, or it is for the good of the business to have respect for your, or for the people you're working with, or the people that are working for you. So it is good for business growth. Like for example, to get this better, you compare the CEOs of the old days and the CEOs of today. Things have changed. Some people in the old days used to think that for you to be a CEO, you have to be this kind of person that closes yourself in your office. Very hard to approach, very hard to interact with, you get. But gone are those days, because these days it is actually, people have come to realize that business, or you as the CEO, you're more effective and you achieve your goals most when you interact, when you're open, when you're approachable, by both by the employees or by the people you're leading, because it is through that interaction, that open-mindedness, that they and that way you talk to them and your attitude towards them, that they will open up and tell you the challenges and all that stuff that you may need for your effective leading. Otherwise, that's why some people or some CEOs are better than the others, because some of them have locked into the other old style of doing things, of wanting to be feared and so on and so forth, keeping themselves closed, which is not good for effective business. So something like that. So that's why these secrets of business or workplace communication cut across all levels and categories in the workplace. Then 6 is confidence. So the other secret to solid communication skills in the workplace is confidence. Carry confidence on your sleeves while you communicate. Make eye contact and ask questions when you doubt. So confidence is key, and in the workplace, let it be during interviews, let it be during whichever, name it. Confidence is key. Any interviewee who is confident before their interviewer asks questions, keeps eye contact, and seeks for clarity is better than one who pretends to have understood everything that the interviewer has told them. So it is be confident. People actually like the other one who asks questions but don't over ask questions. But anyway, let's skip that for another time when we come to employment communication, whereby we shall look at interviews. I just wanted to use it as an illustration for confidence, yeah, because I've had a chance to experience these two kinds of people. One who is confident, and the other one is that maybe not that is not confident, but because a person who is who during an interview makes direct eye contact, then at the end of the interview they ask questions and seek clarification about the job, is actually more credible than one who just tends to have known everything. Like the interviewer would like, or the job give, or the employer would like to work more with this person, so this person has actually hit their interview even before the next steps in the process. So when you exhibit signs of confidence, you are more trusted by your co-workers and managers. So 7 is feedback. So giving feedback is one of the critical communication skills. Managers or supervisors with solid communication skills know its importance and offer open, constructive feedback. So many people do not know the effectiveness of giving the proper feedback, since they are not aware of giving it the right way. So exercising it and giving it effectively is a needed skill. Then the other thing, which is the 8th secret, is the tone of the voice. So it also cuts across all levels of the workplace, like respect, because respect, like tone, shows the respect you have for someone. So in any communication, make sure that you set the right tone. A friendly tone will encourage others to communicate with you, and a welcoming and friendly manner catches our attention. So it is a great way to start a conversation or greet your co-workers, maybe at the weekend or something, anytime, you get. So that's why I was saying that respect may be under tone of your voice. Maybe, okay, the tone of the voice will depend on what you're trying to emphasize. Of course, when you're stressing points and calling upon your employees to be serious, you can't use a soft tone, you get. So but you have to keep that respectful and like relating work relationship, you get. Yeah, like we said earlier. like I illustrated earlier. So the other thing is transparency, the ninth one, transparency. So good communication is not only about saying the right thing, it is also about putting the messages with clarity. So the objective of communication is to understand and put across our ideas to obtain an outcome. So when you are transparent and concisely put forward your thoughts, you make it easier for others to comprehend. But when you are not clear in your head, you would always create room for confusion. So it is therefore bringing clarity in your thoughts and action is a must, because it makes no sense to make a communication but no one understands because you're not clear. So clarity is key. Try to use words that communicate your message like more clearly. Then 10th, which is the last one, is non-verbal communication. This is another thing that you have to be keen about. So we all know, or we've heard of this thing that says actions speak better than words, and it does when it comes to non-verbal communication. So we speak through our vocal cords, and it is limited to the language we speak, what we say, or how we use our words. But in the workplace, there is a diverse set of people coming from different backgrounds. So it is often not possible to converse with them if we do not share a common language. So in such scenarios, communicating more with our body language and tones is more effective than using words to express. And also when verbal communication conflicts with non-verbal cues, people are more likely to interpret the true meaning from the non-verbal clues. Like let me give you an illustration to show you how non-verbal communication actually speaks sometimes better than the verbal one, because non-verbal communication actually reveals the actual or the truth within the person, but sometimes someone can lie on the lips, but sometimes the body language does not lie. Maybe you can take an example of I would like to say salespeople, but sometimes some salespeople that are experts, they have learned to deal with their body language, so you may not know. But some people have not yet learned how to deal, like who have not yet learned how to use their non-verbal communication. It is very easy to tell whether this person is lying or if they are just saying it on the mouth. So always, if you want to get the truth from the person, be more attentive to their non-verbal communication or to their body language. Like for example, someone can come to you when they're selling, let's say, second-hand phone, and or let's say second-hand phone, and this person, all they want is to get the money. They want to sell the phone, whichever how, not minding of its state. So this person, let's say the phone is not good, but they have to convince you such that you buy it so that they get their money. So this person will try to convince you, but you be mindful of their body language at moments whereby if you ask a question about the phone, let's say may ask, but is it really good? So you see that this person will kind of hesitate, like they be like in themselves, it's not good actually, but they'll okay, if let's say when you ask the question, so I'm the person you're asking, but is it really good? And I'll be like, yeah, it is good, it is a good food, it is a good phone, man, you get. So you realize that my first action actually, if you are keen on reading my body language, you put question marks on what I've said, because the first body language that I put on, it showed doubt. It showed that just that I have to say it, but it's not good. You get that? But because I was thinking, and you get. So anyway, it may not have been a good illustration, but just know, you try to get those coincidences where where body language would actually speak the truth or show the real emotion behind people's false words. You understand clearly what I'm saying. So non-verbal communication helps people to strengthen or transform what is said in words, to convey information about their emotional state, to define or strengthen the relationship between people, and provide feedback to the other person. So, in conclusion, we all know the importance of solid communication skills in our lives, and especially in the workplaces. So, hoping that the points we've looked at or the secrets we've looked at hope to hone your communication skills and bring you more growth and success professionally. If it has been helpful, you can like, if there is anything like maybe to point out that I've not talked about in these points, you can put in the comment section, and feel free to share your views. Yeah, others, thank you for watching. You can subscribe to support my channel and to get more information, because I'm giving you, we are going to look at most of the skills that you need for your career. Otherwise, thank you. God bless you.